A group of criminals kidnaps Abigail, the daughter of a wealthy millionaire, hoping to earn a $50 million ransom. They meet their boss, Lambert, who orders them to lock Abigail in a room and set up surveillance. As the group gathers, Lambert begins giving them instructions for the next steps of their plan, unaware that they may have underestimated their captive. The kidnappers are given strict rules, no real names or personal details, so no one can betray the others if caught. They must watch over Abigail for 24 hours like babysitters, with only one person, the black-haired woman, allowed to interact with her so she hears just one voice. Lambert reveals the girl is the daughter of a billionaire and removes everyone's phones to prevent tracking. He assigns them fake names, Frank, Joey, Sammy, Peter, Dean, and Rickles, then leaves them in the house, assuring them they're safe and well supplied. As time passes, most of the group relaxes with drinks, except Joey. Despite the rules, Dean tries to guess everyone's backgrounds but fails. Joey, however, proves more perceptive, figuring out that Frank has a past profession, Peter endured abuse and became tough because of it, and Sammy is a wealthy hacker doing this for excitement. Dean is revealed to be a highly skilled but unprofessional driver. Frank suspects Joey has a past addiction due to her habit of eating lollipops, which irritates her, so she leaves to check on Abigail. In the room, Joey finds Abigail awake and frightened. She gently adjusts her restraints and reassures her that she won't be harmed if she cooperates and her father pays the ransom. Abigail, however, doubts this, claiming her father doesn't care about her and won't come to save her. Before leaving, Joey ominously apologizes for what might happen to her. Back with the group, everyone is relaxing, drinking, playing games, while Joey grows concerned and asks Frank about Abigail's father. When he admits he doesn't know who he is, Joey warns that the man might be dangerous. This uncertainty pushes Frank to break the rules and visit Abigail himself, despite being told not to. Frank secretly enters Abigail's room, hides his face, and threatens her, demanding to know who her father is. When she reveals the name Christophe Lazar, Frank is shaken and immediately wants to abandon the job. He tells the group, and they are horrified. Lazar is known as a terrifying, almost mythical figure. After debating their options, returning her, abandoning her, or killing her, they ultimately decide to continue the job for the money. They assign shifts, with Rickles on watch and Joey checking the house for exits. As Joey explores, she finds an old elevator and a large library, then teams up with Rickles, agreeing to watch each other's backs. Meanwhile, Sammy relaxes in her room until a drunken Dean scares her and makes an unwanted advance, which she angrily shuts down. Dean stumbles away, passing Peter asleep at the bar, then wanders through a dark area filled with eerie paintings, including one resembling Abigail. He heads to the kitchen for food, but as he opens the fridge, a hidden door behind it suddenly opens, hinting that something strange is happening in the house. Moments later, something unseen grabs him and drags him away. His screams alert Sammy, who comes out to find him sitting at the table, only for his head to suddenly separate from his body, revealing he's been brutally killed. Sammy's screams wake Peter, but when he arrives, he discovers the horrific scene and Dean's decapitated body. The rest of the group gathers, confused and terrified, unsure of what could have done this. They suspect either a wild animal or a deadly hitman connected to Abigail's father, Christophe Lazar. Rickles recounts a chilling story about Lazar's rumored assassin, Valdez, who supposedly massacred protected witnesses under heavy FBI guard. Convinced that Valdez may have come for Abigail, the group checks on her and confirms she is still locked up. Overcome with fear, Rickles decides he wants to leave the situation. Rickles tries to leave, but the exit is sealed, and all windows suddenly shut, trapping everyone inside. His gun mysteriously disappears, and after speaking with Abigail, Joey becomes convinced that Frank might actually be the feared hitman, Valdez. As Joey and Rickles search for another way out, Rickles is suddenly killed in seconds, his face brutally destroyed. Panicked, Joey reunites with the others and accuses Frank of being behind the murders. The group is confused, but tensions rise when Joey shares what Abigail told her. Frank orders Peter to kill Abigail to eliminate the risk. Peter goes to do it, but Joey intervenes and the group argues. During the chaos, they witness something horrifying. Abigail easily frees herself from the handcuffs, her teeth turning sharp as she transforms into something monstrous. She attacks Peter, but Frank shoots her in the head, seemingly killing her. To their shock, she quickly recovers as if nothing happened. Realizing she's not human, they panic. Joey shoots her again, and Frank locks her back in the room, leaving everyone terrified and confused about what they're dealing with. The remaining group realizes they're trapped with something unnatural and conclude Abigail must be a vampire. With no way to escape, they prepare to fight back, gathering makeshift weapons like stakes, garlic, and a crucifix.
Frank leads the others to kill Abigail, though Joey refuses to risk her life. When they reach her room, she's gone. They hear music upstairs and find her dancing with Dean's decapitated body. A brutal fight follows. Abigail easily overpowers them, beating Sammy, knocking down Frank, and injuring Peter. Even their weapons fail against her, as she turns them against the group. Severely wounded and terrified, they retreat, while Abigail watches them with a sinister smile, clearly in control. Joey tends to the injured group and suggests a new plan, using the same sedative they originally used on Abigail, believing it can still affect her. They agree to split up, with Joey ready to rush in and inject her once someone locates her. As they search, Peter lingers behind drinking, while Sammy explores a dark hallway and falls into a pool filled with decomposing bodies, screaming for help. Joey rushes toward her, but elsewhere, Peter encounters Abigail and is chased. He falls from an upper level, and Frank arrives, drawing Abigail's attention. Abigail attacks, pushing Frank down the stairs and nearly suffocating him. Joey arrives, but Abigail throws the syringe out of reach. As Joey tries to retrieve it, Sammy intervenes, only to be bitten by Abigail, escalating the danger even further. Peter manages to pin Abigail down long enough for Joey to retrieve the sedative and inject her, causing her to finally calm down and fall unconscious. With her captured, they lock her inside an elevator and begin questioning her. During the interrogation, Abigail reveals the truth. She orchestrated everything with Lambert's help. The kidnappers were specifically chosen because each of them had harmed her father's criminal operations. She wanted revenge, but also entertainment. Joey, however, realizes there's a deeper motive. Abigail is also seeking her father's attention and love. Abigail offers a deal. She'll let one of them live if they release her. Peter believes her and tries to act on it, but Joey shoots him to stop him. They take Peter away to treat his injuries, while Sammy refuses to stay behind and leaves with them, leaving Frank alone with Abigail. Seizing the moment, Abigail manipulates Frank, offering him a way out. She tells him about a hidden exit in the library behind a specific book. Believing he's in control, Frank prepares to escape, planning to leave Abigail locked up. Abigail reveals she was never truly contained. Being captured was part of her plan. She easily breaks free and attacks Frank, but Joey intervenes. During the chaos, they discover sunlight can harm her when it burns her hand, though she quickly regenerates and retreats. Frank and Joey reach the library, where sunlight enters through a boarded window, offering temporary safety. Meanwhile, Sammy, who was bitten, initially shows no symptoms. Frank searches for the secret exit Abigail mentioned, but finds nothing, leaving them feeling trapped as they wait for nightfall. Sammy suggests causing a power outage to unlock the building, but Frank refuses to trust her, fearing she may turn. Peter chooses to go with Sammy instead. However, as they move, Abigail begins influencing Sammy's mind. The bite takes hold, and Sammy becomes controlled by Abigail. Before Peter realizes what's happening, Sammy, now controlled by Abigail, attacks and kills him, making the situation even direr. Joey and Frank hear Sammy's voice over the radio and rush to find her, but they discover her behaving strangely over Peter's dead body. Realizing she's been turned, they flee back to the bookstore with Sammy in pursuit. Joey uses reflected sunlight to destroy her, eliminating her for good. A hidden door opens, leading them to Lambert, who reveals he is also a vampire. He explains that Abigail turned him 2 years ago and used him to trap people connected to her father for her own amusement. Now he wants Frank's help to destroy Abigail and her father. Tempted by power, Frank agrees to be turned, as long as Lambert doesn't control him. Lambert bites Frank and drinks his blood, transforming him. However, once turned, Frank betrays Lambert and kills him with a stake. Now a vampire, Frank turns on Joey, but before he can act, Abigail arrives, unimpressed with Frank's transformation, and immediately moves to eliminate him. Frank bites Abigail, but Joey uses the distraction to open doors and search for an escape as night approaches. Realizing she may not survive, Joey records a final message for her abandoned son, expressing her love. Frank attacks her again, but Abigail intervenes, catching Joey and convincing her to help defeat Frank. Joey and Abigail team up, and together they kill Frank using a stake, causing him to explode. After the fight, Abigail thanks Joey and reassures her that Frank's bite won't harm her anymore. As Joey prepares to leave, Abigail's father, Christophe Lazar, appears and tries to kill her. However, Abigail stops him, saying Joey saved her life. Lazar allows Joey to go free, and she exits the house safely, finally escaping the nightmare.